Hi everyone, it is Sunday, the 26th of January. Whew, where has this month gone? I'm Mish Carpenter. I'm a spiritual medium, channel for the Council of Eight, and an energy healer. And I'm so excited, woohoo, that we freaking almost got through this month. First of all. Second of all, I'm bringing back the Council of Eight. It used to be called Council of Eight Community. It is now called Council of Eight Portal. And we'll be having every month, twice a month, we'll be having beautiful live connections. And this is going to evolve as we go over time. And I'm going to be putting different frequencies out there. It's going to become kind of like a membership over time. Okay. And I'm still orchestrating that and working with my beautiful friend Dan to help bring that into the technical side of things, the 3D side of things. So, how have you all been? How are you all navigating this wonderful energy that we've been in? I most certainly have been doing some deep diving myself, working a lot with masculine energy, that old stories, old emotions, subconsciously that were very suppressed within me, shame from being sexually abused. And this is something that I'm now into my journey, what we would call our awakening. This is now my 17th, going into my 18th year. And I can let you know that there is such freedom in letting go and finding forgiveness. And forgiveness shows up in many different levels, in many different ways. So, back to the Council of Eight portal. It's going to be held starting out next week, your Friday, my Saturday. Again, from a time zone of where I live here in New Zealand, I'm not able to accommodate everybody. That's why we're looking at it, making it a membership. So for those of you who can't make it because it's early hours of the morning, the recordings will be there. I'll be doing different channelings, and you can just go and work with it at any time or tune into it or activate it. Like I say, I'm still working with it in the 3D to bring it onto my website. But I'm so super excited because I've had the message recently. Who are the Council of Eight? The Angelic Beings of Light, ascended masters who've once walked the earth planes, and they're here to help us. They're here to speak truth. Now, a lot of us do not like truth. Now, remember, your truth and my truth might be very different. As an example, my husband and I were sitting in the car the other day, and we all know whether we like him, don't like him, what he stands for, what he's changing. Donald Trump has been on a lot of people's lips, a lot of people's minds, and activating a lot of people. Whether it be good or not good, it just is what it is. And this is where we're at right now. So my husband has one viewpoint, I have another viewpoint. And I said to him, why can't we just, instead of debating for how other people are feeling, why can't we just show up for one another? And I'm okay with what you've got to share, and you be okay with what I've got to share. Sometimes what I'm realizing is that by accepting humans, my husband included, for where they're at in their viewpoint, his truth is very different to my truth. And that's okay. This is the soul's way of learning, of our evolution. Remember, our souls are massive, and we bring in exactly what we need to heal in a moment, in time. And as I mentioned, a lot of my healing in this last week to 2 weeks, I've been doing quite a few deep dives into my subconscious, into the unconscious of what is showing up for me. And I do love, part of my journey is going within in order to teach. I did not know this up until these last few days, but my astrology chart has been reread again, and I've got different people giving me the different understandings of who I am and what I've chosen in this lifetime. So it's pretty cool. I used to be very fearful of astrology because I didn't understand it. I still don't understand it when you talk about your north node and your south, whatever. People often go, what was your sun's sign? Or what? I'm like, still squirrel moments. And that's okay. This is what we're all learning, I believe, is to accept and show up for one another. And this is what I love about the Council of Eight community, the Council of Eight portal, is that we hear one another, we might activate each other. You might not like somebody in the group, but that's something that can be shifted when they share their message very, very quickly. They share truth, they share things that you do not like to hear, but perhaps need to hear in order to ascend you, in order to activate you to bring change, rapid change, very, very quickly. So again, not easy in terms of how we may hear the message, how we may interpret the message. But if there's I always talk about a little niggle, and this has been my learning in the last week again, is I had something come up subconsciously, which was to do with me being sexually abused as a young girl. And it was like, okay, there it is. Not like, there it is. There it is. Okay, there it is. Let's look at that. Let's just let it go. I know I'm making it sound easy. It most certainly has not been. When I'm in it, there are moments where I'm just like very, very, very vulnerable for my little girl inside and allowing her to be authentic in the moment because it was something that I was not allowed when I was young. Speaking of which, authenticity shows up in many different ways. Truth shows up in many different ways. And for me, the more we can laugh about ourselves, the more we find a lightness in who we are. I watched an incredible documentary yesterday about a gentleman who had befriended a wonderful little crocodile that is now massive, okay, huge. And I took 3 screenshots of what I wanted to share with you because often what I forget is to share with anybody who's here. Please like and subscribe. And, it makes me feel like I'm growing and that I'm giving value in some way, because something that I've come to learn is that I've always said it's got to come from here. I want to share who I am. And some people might not like that. Some people might be like, oh my God, she's so wishy-washy. She doesn't know what she's talking about. And that might be the truth for you in that moment. So when I took these 3 screenshots, because we know everything is a mathematical equation in our sacred geometry. And this gentleman had rescued this crocodile, and it was it this one? I just want to make sure I've got the first ones. Okay, yes. It was shot in the head, and he basically nursed it back to this incredible relationship. But he talks here to the guy in the documentary about you have to have a direct communication, a chemistry, which is so true. That's what life's about. If I don't have a connection with you, then obviously I'm not wanting you to waste your time and, like just find somebody who does. Sometimes we don't resonate. Somebody said to me the one time when I spoke about the UFOs, those drones, and I felt like I was putting myself, like my neck on the line. And I know I've got far too much tangible evidence for myself and with friends to know that the ETs are showing themselves. And somebody had commented, thank you for commenting, that they've got to go within and speak to their team and meditate on this because so many other high vibe channelers are saying something different. And I was like, we're all high vibe channelers. We all have something to share. Some people are artists, some people are scientists. How are you vibing? If you're not vibing with the resonance or the frequency of the Council of Eight or me, it's not for you now. It may never be for you. Or maybe at another time you might come in. So I want to go on to the next one of what this gentleman shares. So you have to have a direct communication, a chemistry. Okay. The next one was, I keep getting, there we go. You do it with heart, you feel it. And that's where, for me, creating the love is why we are here. I'm still interpreting what love feels like, what it feels like to love me, all parts of me. We hear so much out there, and it is very much about, it's a heart-to-heart connection. And I can't make you guys stay here. I can't make you like me. It's just a heart-to-heart connection. And that's my hope. That's how I want to grow. That's how I truly, truly, truly feel, is like just feel into our connection. That's what I would like. I would love actually. If you don't do something good, you have nothing. This is what he shared. If you don't do something good, you have nothing. And for me, guys, I came to realize with my astrology charts being read to me and I'm understanding little bits about it. I was born with quite a few water signs, and which makes sense why I'm learning still to allow my vulnerability, and that's what makes sense why I can cry, because it used to bug me like, how does this just happen? Well, it does. And when the heart-to-heart connection happens, there's nothing else that exists. Nothing. Because it's unconditionally loving. It's unconditionally who we are. We're kind. Our souls are kind. I've seen this I'm very, very grateful to be involved in the telepathy tapes. And I say involved, I have a small little part where I am speaking about what two beautiful boys, Cody and Aaron, have been sharing with me. And it's in chapter 10. And I'm so honored because that's how we're connecting. We're all interconnected. And again, if you're not feeling it, because I was saying to my husband yesterday, I don't know how to exist in this black and white world. You've got to market like this, you've got to strategize like this. It makes me feel uncomfortable. And then I think I'm doing something wrong because I'm not growing at the rate or the pace that everybody else is. But it brings me back to this. I've always said I wanted to grow. I wanted my work to transform people. I wanted my heart to bring a space of grace to help people feel lighter in their journey. And these are tears of joy because a big part of me had felt like I was just not getting it. Like, when you look at other people and you're going, oh my God, they're growing at that rate. That's a channel. And I eventually I just had to come back. And the Council of Eight said, just come back to where you're at. Come back to your heart. I wanted to grow word of mouth. And that is how I've grown my business. I've gone from being a housewife 6 years ago to now working across the world with human beings that I am so, so honored to be doing this work. I'm so honored to be chosen by the Council of Eight. I'm so honored to be working with spirit, humans that have passed over. And, I always say to anybody, I'm so honored that they chose me to be the facilitator. Sometimes they share things that are hard hitting, from people who have passed over to the Council of Eight because they share truth. And somebody said, oh, Michelle, they sound like they're judging Donald Trump. Well, who hasn't judged Donald Trump? Let's just put it out there. He's on the words, on the mouths, and we all kind of like, whew, okay, like what's going to happen? Well, we don't know. We can only bring ourselves back into our space of here, our space of grace. And I was gifted a beautiful, beautiful message from the Council of Eight the other day. And in short, my dad's visa, where he's coming next weekend, I'm saying it, he is coming. And I'm asking all of you, just create that the gates open, that the visa is stamped. Tomorrow is Monday, the 27th, okay? So today I'm putting this out there on an 8, it's 26, so an 8. And I'm just all asking you to just come into your hearts. And my dad's name is Ronnie or Ronald Keith Bell. And his visa was declined. And this week we just had the most beautiful human show up to say we're on this. And this is how we transform. This is how we shift. This is how we find the freedom. Yes, I was devastated when I first heard the news, when I first read it. I was like, oh my goodness. And I went straight to the government situation. Blah, 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 blah. Stop it, stop it, stop it. And I came back into here. Didn't just happen automatically. My programming was very negative. Felt like I wanted to take people out. Not ideal. And then I had to come back into here. And then I did automatic writing with the Council of Eight. And this is what they shared. They'd asked me to, because the official's name that I'd received, they'd said, send her the message. We'd brought her into your space so that you could share this with her. And they asked me to do it 3 times. I love you. I bless you. I honor you. You are loved. I love you. I bless you. I honor you. You are loved. And I'm going to do it one more time with my hands and my heart. I love you. I honor you. I bless you. You are loved. And I can feel that that energy shifted for me. And I sent it to this woman because who knows what her story is. And again, a lot of us don't know each other's stories. I'm coming to realize a lot of people don't know my background story. I just assume by being here, by being on YouTube, that people would, and it's okay if you don't. I am somebody who within 6 years is, and I'm still, I'm still working on my manifestation, my abundance, because it's for me, it's something that's more profound than just the financial. How can we give? How can we receive? And I'm super excited to be bringing the Council of Eight portal back. Please go and check it out. They've guided me to do it in the evening for most of you. Some of you will be in the morning to kickstart your weekend. Friday night in the States and Saturday morning and Saturday afternoon for Kiwis and New Zealanders. And I know it's tough that I cannot accommodate everybody across the world. Hence, we're putting this portal together so that you can sign up, become a member. I don't know. I'm still waiting for it to be shown and being given the direction by my beautiful friend Dan. We have an online event coming up as well in the middle of February. So please, that's going to be being put out there. But I look forward to you all connecting into our portal of light, because that's really and truly what makes the difference for me. And I hope that you're all shining your light bright. It may have seemed like there's been a few dark days. It most certainly has felt uncomfortable for me, and it felt like I've just gone through this unraveling process. And it's interesting because it was to do with my dad, masculine, my sexual abuse with my uncle, masculine. I was just like, okay, I'm coming through the birthing canal again. And I'm very grateful to say that, remember, no matter what you've been through, we're here, we're in this together. I love you guys, and I look forward to seeing you, connecting with you all again. And remember, love is why we are here. Have a beautiful day wherever you are in the world. And please go to www.mishcarpenter.com and go and click on the bookings. You'll see Council of Eight portal. I look forward to seeing you. And if you want a longer session, I look forward to seeing you for my spiritual medium or the Council of Eight or energy healing. Thank you, guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up in your authentic selves. And thank you for listening to, oh, it's 111. Thank you from my heart to yours. Have a beautiful day. Love you guys. Bye.